All right, so let's look at the next thing there. Let's look at the concept of series. Okay, what's a series? When we talk about series in mathematics, what exactly do we mean? Now, by definition, a series is simply the sum of consecutive terms of a sequence. That's the definition, right? Series is simply the sum of consecutive terms of a sequence. That is how we define a series, okay? Sum of consecutive terms of a sequence. Now, for series, that means when we talk about series, we are dealing majorly with summation. By summation, we mean addition, basically. All right, let's take the sum of the number of sequence as Sn. We have this. Recall that we mentioned in our, remember that we mentioned earlier that when it comes to your sequence, that we used un to represent the number of terms of a sequence. What we said, you had u1 for first term of a sequence, u2 second term of a sequence, we use u3 third term of a sequence, and so on and so forth. That means when it comes to series, Sn will be equal to the sum of the first term plus the sum of the second term plus, you just continue like this, keep summing them up until you have your nth term. That's it. All right. So Sn is given by the first term of the sequence plus the second term of the sequence plus, you just continue in that manner until you have your nth term. That means that the sum of the first two terms of a sequence, S2, would be U1 plus U2. First term of the sequence plus second term of the sequence. It means that S5, which is series, S5, the fifth series would be first term plus second term plus third term plus fourth term plus fifth term. So you have this. All right, so this is what you have. All right. So when it comes to getting the S term of, or the series of a particular sequence, you're just going to be summing them. Just add them. Add the terms of that sequence. That's all. All right. Let's take an example. Sample problem. Find the sum of the first four terms of the series whose n term is given by un is equal to n to power 3. You have this, all right? Now, in this case, you're asked to find the sum of the first four terms. So since you're asked to find the sum, that becomes what? The series, right? Okay, first four terms. So how do we solve this? So we get the first term, second term, third term, and fourth term. Let's get this. So sum of first four terms is given by S4. So S4 is simply U1 first term plus U2 second term plus U3 third term plus U4 fourth term. You have this. Right. So these are the first four terms of the sequence. Let's get the value of U1, U2, U3, and U4. This is equal to U1. So 1 is now n here. So it becomes n1 to power 3 plus, for U2, n is now 2. So it becomes 2 to power 3 plus, for U3, n is now 3. So it becomes 3 to power 3 plus, for U4, n is now 4. So it becomes 4 to power 3. We have this. So let's work on this. This is equal to 1 to power 3 is 1 times 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1. So this gives you 1 plus 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2. All right, that's 3 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So you have plus 8. Plus, next up, 3 cubed. 3 cubed means 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So you have this as 27 plus 4 cubed means 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 for a third time is 64. So you have this as 64, right? From here, we now have that S4 is equal to, we'll just sum of all of these values. Let's see. So I'll get my calculator and I'll sum this real quickly. I have 1 plus 8 plus 27 plus 64. If you sum this up, you have your answer as 100. So this gives you 100. All right, so the sum of the first 4 terms of the sequence gives you 100. So this is the concept of series. So for series, you're only summing consecutive terms of a particular sequence, right? Next up, let's look at the concept of finite and infinite series. All right, so let's look at the next thing there. Let's look at the concept of finite and infinite series, okay? Now, by definition, a finite series is simply the summation of consecutive terms of a finite sequence. So we get finite series from summing the terms of a finite sequence. Finite series comes from finite sequence. Also, an infinite series is simply the summation of consecutive terms of an infinite sequence. All right, so we get an infinite series by combining or summing or adding the terms of an infinite sequence. That's all basically. All right. Now let me take an example. Let's say we are given a particular. Let's start with the finite series. Let's start with finite series. Let's start with finite series. Now, for finite series, you can be given a particular sequence. Don't forget, we said we get finite series from finite sequence. You can be given a particular sequence, such as 1, 4, okay, 9, 16, 25. All right, you can be given this particular sequence, right? 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. You're asked to find the sum of the first 5 terms of this particular sequence. How do you do that? From here, we'll have that S5, right? The sum of the first 5 terms becomes 1 first term plus 4 second term plus 9 third term plus 16 fourth term plus 25. From here, you have that S5 is equal to, I'll get my calculator and punch this. This is 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25. 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25. That gives you 55. All right. What you have here is the concept of a finite series. I just summed consecutive terms of a finite sequence. This is the concept. Let's look at the infinite series. Let's look at infinite series. Infinite series, by definition, is simply the sum, as we said, of consecutive terms of an infinite sequence, right? The same concept. Let's change this to an infinite sequence. How do we do that? Let's say we're given the sequence 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. To make this infinite, we'll put dot, dot, dot. So we have this. All right, so we have this. Let's get the sum of this. So we can be asked to find the sum of the first thing you want to notice that you would never be asked to find the sum of all the terms of an infinite series or of an infinite sequence. And that's because an infinite sequence has no end. So if there's no end to the number of terms, there is no way we can get the sum of all the terms of that sequence. All right, so it is practically impossible to find the sum of all the terms of an infinite sequence. So with that being said, if you're being asked to find the series for cases on infinite, all right, that's infinite sequence, something like this, they might ask to find the sum of the first 3 terms or perhaps the first 4 terms of the sequence. So when it comes to finding series or infinite series, they can ask to find the sum S of, let's say, the first 4 terms, S4, first 4 terms of this particular series. So you have the series here, or this sequence, please. This sequence, as you can see, is infinite, but we are asked to get the first 4, and that would be the first term 4, 1 plus second term 4 plus third term 9 plus fourth term 16. These are the first 4 terms. I would not bother about the other terms. Let me sum this up. This is equal to, I'm having 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. The answer there is 30. So this gives you 30. So the sum of the first 4 terms of this infinite series is 30. You have 30. Also, they could ask to find the sum of the first 10 terms of the sequence. Again, you want to note that this sequence is actually infinite. It's an infinite sequence, but you're asked to find the sum of the first term. Now, what you want to observe here is that in this question, you were only given the first 5 terms. 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. But you're not asked to find the sum of the first 10 terms. In the question, I have just 5 terms, and I'm asked to find the sum of the first 10 terms, which means I have to get an additional 5 terms that I will have to add to these 5 terms to give me 10 terms. All right, they give you the first 5 terms. Your job is to extend it. Since it's infinite, this can be extended. Extend this towards getting the first 10 terms. So what would the first 10 terms be? The sum S of the first 10 terms, S10, is equal to, for this, all I will have to do is get the first 10 terms. Before that, I'll list out this. This is 1 plus, this is 4 plus, this is 9 plus, this is 16 plus, this is 25. The question would be, did you observe the pattern of this sequence? We said each sequence follows a particular pattern. Now, looking at this, what do you think is the pattern to finding the terms of this particular sequence? 1 is simply 1 squared, 4 is 2 squared, 9 is 3 squared, 16 is 4 squared, 25 is 5 squared. That means my next step will be 6 squared, and then 7 squared, and then 8 squared, and then 9 squared, and then 10 squared. With that, I can get my first 10 terms. Don't forget, it's infinite. That means it continues. But we'll limit our solving to just the first 10 terms. 25, this is for 5. Let's get 6. 6 squared gives you 36, plus 7 squared gives you 49, plus 8 squared gives you 64, plus 9 squared gives you 81, plus 10 squared gives you 100. We'll stop here, or we'll limit our solving to just this, right? From here, S10 will be equal to the sum of the first 10 terms becomes 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 plus 36 plus 49 plus 64 plus 81 plus 100. You get your answer as 385. Right? From my calculator, I'm having 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 plus 36 plus 49 plus 64 plus 81 plus 100. you have your answer as 385. That means the sum of the first 10 terms of this infinite sequence will give you 385. So we are limiting our number to 10. But don't forget, it is practically impossible to find the sum of all the terms of an infinite sequence. It's practically impossible, right? But we can find the sum of all the terms in a finite sequence, as you can see here. All right, so this is a concept of finite series and infinite series, please. All right, finite series and infinite series. All right, next up, let's look at the concept of summation notation.